What is good, guys and girls and people of unspecified gender? My name is Blaze Shadowthorn, and I'm going to be coming at you today with a Pokemon Live Sun and Moon Citra quality Wi-Fi battle with Facecam. Normally I wear a hat, but I couldn't find one in the time I was going to record this. It was just like a sort of very first minute thing, just like have a battle against JustWeavile, who's a pretty cool guy. So I was like, yeah, let's go. So we're just waiting on him to pick the rules, but definitely a really good guy. He had 1,000 subscribers actually pretty recently, and now he's almost at 2,000. I think I could be mistaken, but I think he's at like 1,800 subscribers or something like that. It's crazy how his channel just exploded over a very short period of time. So obviously, if his channel's exploded, he must be producing something good. So good content over there. Always try and watch his channel. Don't have a lot of time to watch videos anymore, but like it's his battles, Monotui and Tom Bus are the three, and Super Blah Nick. Those are like the four people that I watch the most on YouTube. So if you're one of those four people, congratulations. If you're not one of those four people, try harder. That's all I can say is try harder. Get good. It's not that I don't enjoy your content. I watch a lot of other people, but it's just I don't have as much time to record and watch videos as I normally do. I've had more time over the last week because I've been sick. Like, I got a cold and I'm still sick, kind of. I got the day off of work. I took the day off of work rather to record Wi-Fi battles. But I still have a cough. So if you see like pauses in the video where like my head just like moves around or like something's not quite right, it's because I paused the recording to go hack my lungs out for like 10 to 15 seconds, and you guys don't need to either hear or see that. So we're just waiting on Jack to decide the rules. He's taking his sweet time, which means he's probably either recording his intro or he's having technical difficulties. So we shall just wait it out, but that's what's been going on with me. So maybe my voice sounds a little bit different. I've been told that my voice gets deeper whenever I get sick because I have a lot of congestion up in my nose. So it just makes it sound more soothing, I've been told. I was in a voice acting group many years ago, and that's what they told me. So they said get sick more often, so it's worth hacking your lungs out for like 15 minutes. But just not when you're recording. But here it is. So the team I'm using, because it's JustWeavile, I'm using it's not a good team. It's a fun team. The main reason I'm using it is because 4 of the Pokemon on here used to be shiny locked and now they're not. Shiny Victini, shiny Keldeo, and shiny Celebi still are considered shiny locked, but for some reason they are not. They got unshiny locked when Bank was released, so maybe that means that we're going to be getting a shiny version of them event soon. Shiny Jirachi was released a long time ago, I think during like 6th gen. So that's interesting. So that, and then I have a Mamoswine for rocks, and then I have a Electrium Z Tapu Koko just because I wanted to use a Tapu Koko because I haven't used one in a while. I think originally I had like a Sylveon instead of a I had Sylveon instead of Celebi. They serve different purposes, but I figured I just went with the theme that I was having, so I was just like, let's do it. And then I had a Mega Blastoise instead of Keldeo. Mega Blastoise, honestly, I would prefer it. Depending on my opponent's team, that was mainly there for spinning support, but I wanted to complete it. And just bring a bunch of shinies, because power. And plus, JustWeavile always brings a lot of fun stuff, so. Just like that, I had to go hack my lungs out for like 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes, 5 seconds, but hopefully like that you don't mind that. But anyways, as I was saying, just a lot of fun stuff. I mean, it's a bit more competitive than what I'm normally used to bringing. I actually just gen a really competitive team. It's a lot more bulky than I'm used to. It has like 4 bulky things and then like a Hoopa-U to just like destroy everybody's soul. So I might get a couple of games with that. I started laddering on Showdown with it, and I really like the cut up. I really like the make of it. It doesn't have a Celesteela, actually. But it is really, it has like a Toxapex, Ferrothorn, Core, and then there's two other bulky things that I'm drawing a blank on. Actually, can I pull up the team? I can pull up the team. I have... That's why I have PK Hex just pulled up, so I can just take a look at my team. Alright, there it is. It's the Toxapex, Heatran, Ferrothorn Core, and then I have a sort of bulky Mega Blastoise for spinning support, and then I have a Bugnium? I think that's what it is called. Bugnium, Mega, and a Hoopa Unbound as my offensive core. So it is a bit more bulky with 4 bulky things. So it is a bit more bulky than I'm used to, but I really like it. And plus it has a Yanmega on it, so like, why not? Yanmega's like becoming one of my favorites. It's just underrated in my opinion. It doesn't get much usage just because of the 4x weakness to Stealth Rocks, but I mean, it's pretty versatile because you can run the Speed Boost set, or you can run the Tinted Lens set and just nuke something with the Bugnium Z. But we get it, and I actually know this person's team because I actually just finished watching a video about this, so this puts me at a bit of an advantage, I will say, but still, terrifying team, Mega Venusaur team. Looking at leads though on his team, probably going to be leading off with that Heliolisk. No, he won't. Ooh, what does he lead? Like, Mamoswine's a solid lead up against my opponent. He doesn't really have too much to handle it. He could go Heliolisk, but then he risks the possibility of me just destroying it with an Earthquake. I'm going to lead off with Ellie, which is my Mamoswine actually, because again, he really doesn't have much to stop it. I just realized I brought 2 Specs Pokemon. Possibly 3. I don't know what item my Victini is actually, but both my Keldeo and my Jirachi are Specs. I have a Scarf, Celebi. Honestly, he could probably lead off with his Mantine. Mantine would be his best lead. It could be a bit interesting because Mantine's not the most physically defensive thing, and Icicle Crash would be neutral. But it would still be probably one of his best leads because he doesn't really have much to counter for Mamoswine actually. I mean, he has things to take it down. But he doesn't have a solid answer to Mamoswine. So that's interesting. So he goes off with Predator, which is the Staraptor. Probably to U-turn. If he makes I don't think he would make the mistake of just trying to nuke me right off the bat. Did he bring a Spinner on his team? He has a Defogger in the form of Mantine. So what I'm gonna do is I could Icicle Crash, but then he has a chance of bringing in the Heatran. I think I'm just gonna set up my rocks. This will pressure him to Defog. The U-turn was pretty obvious, honestly. But that's fine. It's fine. Now, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna bring in the Heatran? But bringing in Heatran would be so risky. Because I really wanted to click EQ, because I have a feeling the Heatran's coming in. Because he likes to play super safe at the beginning. I know his playstyle, because we battled multiple times. But at the same time, it's just so risky bringing a Heatran in against the Mamoswine. But my Sash is broken. He probably would be bringing in his Mantine. There it is. There's the Mantine. But I get my rocks. And now right here, I could stay in and risk the Defog. Do I do it on the Defog? Do I Icicle Crash on the Defog? I'm gonna Icicle Crash on the Defog because I'm gonna be real right here and Icicle Crash on the Defog. And then I get to see if I outspeed. I think I outspeed this thing, and this should be a 2 KO, like I was saying. Nothing really wants to handle a Mamoswine. He doesn't really have a solid answer to it. But I really do feel like he's going to Defog right here. Maybe I get the flinch, but I don't want to bank on Hacks winning this game. So I'd rather not get the flinch. As I don't get the flinch, and he does get off the Defog, and I do get a substantial amount of damage off on this thing. I would say he roosts right here. Roost would definitely put him in a good position. Again, I could bank on the Icicle Crash flinch, and it does, and it is. I won't say it's worth it because it's not, but it is definitely an option that I have. Now, does he have any ground resists? He does. He has that. He has the Nidoking. So what do I bring in right here? I could bring in Blood Tears. I'm gonna bring in Blood Tears actually, because what Psychic resist? He has a Heatran. He has a Heatran switch in. That's fine. So we bring back in Shiny Jirachi on the Roost. I really didn't want to play the flinch game because I don't like relying on hacks. And Mamoswine is incredibly useful. So there's no reason to really sack it off right here. So let's click that Psyshock. Psyshock will be doing a substantial amount of damage to this Mantine if he chooses to stay in. If he chooses to switch out, his only switch in is Heatran, and I have... What's my switch into Heatran? Keldeo? Keldeo is probably my switch in. So I do have a switch in. So yeah, I do feel relatively safe going for a Psyshock. Like I say, I am a Choice Specs Jirachi, so this should be hitting. This should probably, if he stays in, knocks out his Mantine. Like, it's a straight Oko. I would guess it would be a straight Oko. I don't think he has anything to really bring in against the Mantine, or bring in to take a. I don't think he can take it, because even though Mantine did get a big buff this gen, its defense is still pitiful. I think he only has like 70 HP, 70 defense, so he'd have to be like max HP, max defense, bold, or something like that to take the Psyshock. Because like I say, I am max special attack. I think I am timid though, so I'm not modest, but still. He decides to stay in here and eat the Psyshock. Are you gonna take it? Oh, wow! That Mantine took it. Wow. Wow. That took it way too nicely. That was a crit. That was a crit, and it didn't even knock it. I don't know how I feel about this. But I do feel like a Heatran switch is coming. Regardless of whether he's going to switch in Heatran or not, he is going to probably... Actually... So here's the thing, he's either going to Roost or he's going to go into his Heatran. Either way, Billy Batson is an appropriate switch. Because if he stays in, I threaten him out with the electric type attack. And if he switches out, I still get momentum with the Volt Switch. So I do get my prediction correctly. He brings in Scorched, which is the Heatran. Now, I could try and nuke this thing, but I don't want to, because he does have that switch in with Nidoking. I want to save my gem for later, for when it best suits my interests, and I can get an assured kill. Okay. I know I outspeed this thing. So what is he gonna do? Is he gonna make the switch and go into his Nidoking, or is he going to stay in and take the Volt Switch and then? And then what? And then what? What is he gonna do? Is he gonna flash? Maybe Alright. If he stays in, he's probably gonna Fire Blast. Let's be real. He's probably gonna Fire Blast. I don't know. I don't know what to do. He stays in, so I could have nuked this thing with my voltage thunder smash thing, but by not revealing it right now, he might think I'm scarfed or something. So I have a choice banded Victini. I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna just bring in my choice banded Victini. Time to reveal the first of the shinies. Shiny Victini looks super nice. 10 out of 10 would agree. Looks nice. But here's the thing. I'm choice banded. Do I go for the Bolt Strike? He got Rocks up. I don't have a spinner on my team. I could pressure him for Defog though. I could pressure him to Defog. So if he goes into his... No, I can't switch in. What's my switch in? I don't actually have a switch into his Nidoking. I don't actually have a switch into his Nidoking. Okay, this is bad. Do I do this? Okay, it's a 50-50 right here, whether he stays in or switches out. I could go for the Bolt Strike, and if he stays in, that might knock him out. But if he switches and goes into Nidoking and I go for V-Create, that knocks that out, and that is a huge... I'm doing it. I'm clicking Volt Switch. Oh. Oh, the 50-50. I didn't get it right. But he roars me out into this thing, which is interesting. Do I go? I have to get rid of it. I have to get rid of these rocks. I'm going for rocks. I have to pressure him to defog. Yeah, I don't like rocks on my field. And I swapped out my Keldeo for, or I swapped out my Mega Blastoise, which was my Rapid Spinner, for Keldeo, because I wanted Shiny Keldeo on my team. Oh crap, I could kill this Mantine now. Okay, so now I have another decision to make. Do I kill off Mantine or let him defog? I could kill off this Mantine and then rocks are here to stay for both of us. Alright, how badly do rocks affect me? Rocks really only affect my... I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna knock out this Mantine. Unless I miss, which I don't. So, I guess he brought it in, unless he lives, which he could. Nope, there it goes. So rocks are here to stay for both of us. So we have a nice even playing field. With rocks on both sides. So that's not ideal, but I really didn't feel like I was in a position where I could allow him to get off a free turn, which couldn't even... It might not even have been a defog. He might have clicked Scald, trying to snag a bird on something. So the risk outweighed the reward of him going for defogging, clearing the field of hazards. So now, what is he bringing in? What can he bring in to counter my Mamoswine? Because like I said, he doesn't really have a safe switch into my Mamoswine. Whatever he brings in here could confirm item as well. Like if he brings in his Nidoking right here, it could confirm that he is Scarfed Nidoking. Which he does bring in here, so... Does this confirm Scarfed Nidoking? I could be safe in Ice Shard for sure damage. But then I don't know if this thing's Scarfed or not. Do I Ice Shard here? That priority would be super nice, though. What do I have as a switch into this? I have a lot. Alright, what's the most expendable thing on my team? Okay, I kind of need my Jirachi, because Jirachi will handle his Mega Venusaur. Celebi. Well, it looks like Celebi is the most expendable mon on my team, so I'm going to just stack it off. It is my choice Scarfer, so if I manage to live whatever attack he goes for, I can revenge it quite easily. Especially if he's Scarfed, because he won't expect me to be Scarfed. So, that'll work. That'll work. I think this is my play. As he goes for an Earth Power, that's fine. Oh, I have Healing Wish on this thing, too. I have Healing Wish on this thing, so I can heal something up. What's my lowest on my HP? Nothing really needs Healing Wish, though, right now. Leaf Storm. Nah, I'ma click Psychic. I'ma just click Psychic. I think that's my best play is to just... I think that's my best play is to just click Psychic right now. I don't... Like, he could bring in his Heatran, but, I think that's fine. I think that's fine if he brings in Heatran, because then I bring in my Keldeo as my counter to that. So he switches. I think this confirms that he's Choice Scarf, so I have to play around that. Which means my Celebi, which was my original sack, might actually turn out to be more useful than ever before, because it is the only thing on my team that outspeeds it. So I just get a little bit of chip damage off with Psychic on that Scorched. And now I bring in Seaweed. And I think I revealed all the shiny mons I wanted to this game. I think I've actually used up all 6 of my mons this game actually too, which is interesting. I don't really do that much in mini games. I feel like most games you only use like 4 or 5 of them, and then there's always that one that just like never gets used. But I feel like that's not the case in this one. That's not the case. So Heatran's definitely a bit of a problem, but like I said, I do have Keldeo to handle that. He could roar me right here, which would be an excellent play on my opponent's part, knowing that I can't really do much of anything in predicting my switch. Roar would actually put me behind the 8-ball, and Roar would I actually didn't really think of Roar, because he already revealed it to me. If he clicks Roar, this could be very bad depending on what gets roared in. Like if you roar, actually, yes, this could be very bad if he clicks Roar. Don't click Roar, friend. Don't click Roar. He didn't click Roar. He clicked Lava Plume. Okay. Whew. All right, we're good. It doesn't even matter if he gets the burn with Lava Plume because it's only 6% of my HP because the burn got nerfed, and I'm not a Sword Stance. I'm not the crazy Sword Stance Keldeo, so it's fine. He does have a water immunity in the form of he's actually probably gonna bring in his. Again, I have a 50-50. I could click Secret Sword expecting him to bring in his I could click Secret Sword expecting him to either stay in or switch out into his Heliolisk, or I could go for Icy Wind expecting him to bring in his Venusaur. I'm gonna click Icy Wind, but do I really want to risk my only Heatran counter, or check actually? Do I really want to risk that? All right, realistically, he's not gonna stay in here. I'm gonna double into Ellie. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm just gonna play it safe. I would love to click Icy Wind, but I just can't risk it. I can't risk it, so I'm gonna double into Ellie. As he withdraws and he goes into Venusaur. Should have done it. I should have just went with my gut. But it didn't happen. But anyways, I at least get to the point where I don't reveal anything about my Keldeo except I brought it in, so that's at least good. So he doesn't know what moveset I have, so maybe he thinks I don't have Icy Wind, but I do. And unfortunately, I don't catch the regular Venusaur with the super effective attack. I just catch him with the thick fat ability, so this won't be doing too much damage, but it at least does a little bit. And I actually end up getting the flinch, which is super nice. This flinch actually allows me to double into Blood Tears. This flinch actually allows me to save my Mamoswine, which is absolutely huge. It is huge. And he goes for Giga. He doesn't even go for Sleep Powder. He goes for Giga Drain. Fantastic. This is great. This is good. Very good. This match is actually going pretty well in my favor. What, we're 23 minutes in and we've only one Pokemon is fainted. That's the sign of a good match right here. This is the sign of a good match. I'm gonna click Psyshock once again. This will bait in the Heatran, and just continually chipping away at that Heatran's HP is just like always fantastic. It's always good to get rid of Heatran's HP because it's the most annoying thing on his team. Nidoking is probably the most threatening thing on his team, but Heatran is definitely the most annoying thing on his team. I've already revealed Psyshock to him, so he should think that I'm gonna go for that. Yep, there it is. If I had Hidden Power Ground, I would have probably went for it right there. But I don't. I have Hidden Power Fire because this was the old Jirachi set. I probably should put Hidden Power Ground on here to deal with Heatrans, but Psyshock's doing the job. Psyshock is doing the job. So I played around this Heatran so often. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually just going to click Psyshock right here. I'm going to double Psyshock. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I disappeared for a second. For a second, I disappeared. But I had to go clear my throat. But unfortunately, my bluff doesn't work, and he just decides to Lava Plume and just knock me out. That's disappointing because Jirachi was one of the best things to handle his Venusaur, but not the only thing to handle his Venusaur. Not the only thing to handle his Venusaur. No, he has would he bring it in though? Hmm. I have to do it. I have to bring in Ellie. I have to bring in Ellie. I bring in Ellie. Now, he could very well... Okay. His only ground resist is his Staraptor. So I feel relatively safe clicking EQ. Because if he doubles out into Staraptor, as risky a play as that is, as obvious as this EQ is, I can still follow it up with an Ice Shard and knock it out. As he doesn't, he lets the C-Tran drop. Whew. I'm dying. No. Okay. This is good. Fantastic. Oh my god, that Heatran was such... Not even a menace. It was just annoying, like I said, because it stopped so many things from just happening. It stopped my Celebi from sweeping. It stopped my Victini from sweeping. It stopped... And it limited my moves. It limited my moves. So, now that that thing's gone, I feel much more comfortable in this game. So he's going to go into Sunny D, which is the Heliolisk, probably to finish me off with Hyper Voice. I am okay with this. Am I? Am I really okay with this? What does he have? He has his Mega Venusaur, he has his Heliolisk, he has his Scarf Nidoking, and he has his Staraptor. Am I really okay with letting this thing drop? Priority Ice Shard. It would be useful against the Nidoking and the Staraptor. But what do I have to take a Hyper Voice? I don't have anything to take a Hyper Voice either. I guess I Ice Shard for a bit of damage. But yeah, I don't want to let this thing go. But I feel it's like my best play to let this thing go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have nothing to take a Hyper Voice. My entire team would get 2 KO'd by it. So, unfortunately, Ellie goes bye-bye. But what it does allow us to do is it allows us to bring in something to take this threat on. And the thing I decided to bring in is Celebi. Because since Heatran's gone, he lost his only Psychic resist. And I am a Scarfed Celebi, so I should be able to outspeed this thing. Yeah, I do reveal the Psychic right here. I do reveal the Psychic, which is the Scarf, rather. I reveal the Scarf, but it's okay. It's okay. Especially with the mons he has left, I don't really feel like he has anything that can really stop me from sweeping with Celebi. Like, his Staraptor is a bit of a problem. A bit of a problem, rather. Rocks are always annoying, but again, this thing should just drop to the Psychic. Yeah, okay, there we go. So he has Nidoking, he has his Mega Venusaur, and he has his Staraptor left. So he has 3 things, all 3 of which... Celebi's looking out to be a mighty fine... Wait, he brings in Predator. I showed him Scarf. Oh, is this thing Scarfed? Okay. If this thing's Scarfed, if he's running 2 Scarfers... What's my most expendable Mon? Honestly? It did absolutely nothing, but I'm gonna sack Billy Batson because... Like, it can't touch Nidoking, and it can't touch Mega Venusaur either, so it does literally nothing this entire game, so... I'm gonna let it drop to either the Double Edge or the Brave Bird, or maybe even the U-turn if he's smart and predicted this. He got me! He got me. Oh, actually, U-turn was his best play, honestly, because I'm Grass Psychic, so it would have destroyed me regardless. So U-turn was his best play. And plus, he doesn't take any recoil. He doesn't take any recoil, so... He's gonna bring in this thing. What do I have for this? What do I have for this? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I could see what move he wants to lock himself into. I could see what move he wants to lock himself into. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for the Gigavolt Havoc just to prove that I have it. And even I want to see actually, does like it work? Does it work on ground types, or will it just be not very, or does it do nothing? Oh, it doesn't affect it. Okay, fair enough. That's fair. That is fair. So Billy Batson goes down. Fair enough. This could actually be a misplay because Staraptor is still a prevalent threat, but I think I actually just lost the game. Because if his Staraptor is indeed Scarfed, I think I actually just lost this game because of that. That could have been embarrassing if that was the case. What does he have on his... What do I have on my team that could heal? Nothing. Alright, let's kill this Tyranny off. Let's kill off his Tyranny. And... that's nice. And now, he brings in his Staraptor and revenges me with U-turn. Actually, he can't even revenge me with U-turn. He can't even revenge me with U-turn. So, he... Wait, he's taking Stealth Rock damage. I have a shot. I have a golden opportunity right here, because he's forced to U-turn. So I can bring in Sly Cooper. I can bring in Sly Cooper. Alright. It all comes down to this. It's coming down to Stealth Rock damage. It's coming down to Stealth Rock damage. Alright, let's see the U-turn. No, he doesn't. He Brave Birds. Oh my. One HP. 1 HP. Victini is a lord. Unfortunately, Victini is gonna die now, but what a lord. That actually just won me the game. That actually, I think, just won me the game. Victini just won me the game. Because that little bit more of HP... I think that put him in Stealth Rock range. I think that put him in Stealth Rock range, which means I can bring in my Seaweed now. He can't switch out. Or, yeah, he can't... I don't know. I think that put him in the 25% range, so Stealth Rocks would knock him out. I think that put him in Stealth Rock range. Regardless, I'm Icy Winding here in case he decides to... He's switching out. This is a nail biter. I'm telling you, this is a nail biter. I don't know if Stealth Rock, if he lives Stealth Rocks or not. And I am Specs, so maybe Specs Icy Wind is going to be doing enough. It doesn't look like it's going to do enough. I don't think it's going to do enough. I don't think it's going to do enough. Let's Icy Wind again. Because if he has Sludge Bomb, I can't risk him having Sludge Bomb. I cannot risk him having Sludge Bomb and then like crit poisoning my Wincon, which is at this point in time my Selby. If I get a crit here or freeze, I will take either one of those. He does have Sludge Bomb, so it's a good thing I did not switch. And I lit. That's game. Oh, that is so clutch. That is so clutch. That was a 50. That was. That's not game. I lied. If I lose, if this Staraptor survives Stealth Rock and I lose because of a 5% miss from Icy Wind, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be honest. I will be upset. But regardless, I cannot deny this has been a fantastic game. It'll be a 1-0 in whichever person's favor. If his Staraptor survives Stealth Rocks, if his Staraptor survives Stealth Rocks, he takes game and he wins. If his Staraptor doesn't survive Stealth Rock, I win and I take game. If my Icy Wind had hit and I would have knocked out his Venusaur, I would have won regardless of whether it lived or not. Because he would have had to knock it out and then take the recoil damage. Actually, no, I still would have lost because of U-turn. But Stealth Rocks knocks it out. I take game. Well played, JustWeavile. Be sure to check him out. Channel link down in the description below. Nail biter to the very end. Narrow 1-0 victory. Just the way I like it. Just the way I like it. A good game. Always a good game with JustWeavile. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I will see you all laters. Bye.